Okay, this is the Shredder Slopes. I keep wanting to say Shredded Slopes. Shredder Slopes Tournament Rookie Division Hole 4. And this is a practice. I've got quite an adventure for this hole to show you overall. So here I'm practicing. This is a very good eagle hole. And so here I'm being a little bit aggressive with the big topper. Going to do a power slice to try to get all the way down to the bottom there, be on level with the green. So I'm moving about 12 and a half rings and then adjusting for wind. And I was going to say I'm not going to push up to max, but I'm adjusting into the wind. And then so here I do full overpower and the slice, and it's just a little bit too much curl. But look how far that bounces away from the rough line. That really wasn't too bad of a shot, but I wanted to try to improve on it. So I thought I had the plan for that. And I forfeited that match. I didn't want to make the effort to get the drop since I know how to play that second shot. I forfeited the match and my replay didn't show up right away, so I did not have a chance to review my replay before I actually played. If I would have known it was going to show up, I would have waited. So this is my actual shot in the tournament. I'm trying to basically do the same thing. Now, I wasn't watching in my replay exactly where I set up. What I'm using is my ball guide in relationship to like the second bounce, like over on that rough fairway line. And then moving my 12 and a half rings. And then adjusting for wind again, and that's a 0% max. Forgot to mention that earlier. And then here I'm trying, with less curl. And I really don't know what quite happened. That was yards and yards away from where my previous spot was. Now, in terms of risk and reward, I'm used to playing with bigger rescue clubs, so that would be no problem at all for me usually. But here I just have Malibu 6, so it's not an awful situation, but certainly in a little bit of trouble here. So I'm going to end up using another power slice. So if it'll get you into trouble, hopefully get you out of it. I should not have used right spin. I have a terrible, terrible habit of just adding side spin without just habitually adding side spin to slices and hooks. So it works out okay, but I think the shot would have been better without that side spin. So maybe this will be a good example of it. And I don't have my rings for Malibu 6 measured. I think I just decided to try 18. And then I did not use full curl. And see, I think without the right spin, I might have avoided the rough and rolled out a little bit better, but that's going to be okay. And I do want to show the third shot as well. This is with the Firefly. Now you can use the Endbringer School method with Firefly. I don't know if I would play it at 15% base or 20% base. I'm thinking 15, probably more similar to like a lower level EB. And this is about this is about borderline for me in between where I want to use a ring adjustment versus just go by a feel. Now what I'm doing here is I'm finding my position first to make sure there's no glitches, and then I'm adding spin. I'm not a big fan of the full topspin shot, but topspin is useful, of course. And so basically just eyeballing it. And then with Firefly, you definitely want to hit perfect at this range. Quite likely would still be okay, but I don't want to take any chances. So we're going to heave a sigh of relief, take our birdie, and move on to hole number 5.